Hey guys, it's Travis at Functional Strength, and I just got back from the Provincial Championships yesterday. Myself and Ron went from the team. It was great. We both took home silvers, um, and I just wanted to let you guys in on some information that I got from World Champion Brandon Summers. That's him in the middle. That's me on the right. Uh, with the silver, and then Brody on the left there gave me a hell of a fight for second place. I really had to pull a rabbit out of the hat there on my last deadlift to beat him. So it was a really great meet, lots of great people there. And again, thanks for all the support from the rest of the team that showed up. But anyways, what this video is about is what I learned from Brandon. So Brandon right there in the middle, like I said, he's not only the provincial champion, he is the national champion and a world champion. So it just happens to be that, the world champion in powerlifting in my weight and age categories from Guelph, Ontario. I think that's where he's from. So I just basically went up to him because I had to take the opportunity. It's not every day that you get to talk to a world champion and pick his brain. So I just basically went up to him, and Ron was right there too, and I just said, "So, what's your secret?" And he just sort of gave a wry smile at first, but he was really open. And I'm just going to share with you guys just four things that stood out, and hopefully you can implement this into your training. So, number one, he says to use a lot of volume training between your power cycles. So like after this meet, this would be the final end of a power cycle, he would go back to using reps of sets of like 10 repetitions and that sort of thing. So sort of like a German volume training type cycle, which is what we do at the gym anyway. So some of these things are going to sound familiar because we're already doing them. So this is kind of good because it sort of validates what we're doing, but it's also some new things too. To train your weak points. Now we have a class at the gym, and I write the programs and that sort of thing. But you sooner or later you need to get in touch with your lifting and see where your weak points are, and notice that, and then come to me, and then I can actually help you get past that. But when I'm going around and trying to help lots of people at the same time, sometimes I'll miss some things. So one of the things he says, like, train your weak points. Don't just stick to a program because it's a good program. Choose exercises and choose accessories that train your weak points. So that was a really good one because I totally believe in that. Three, he does like some accessories for lower body. In particular, he will use the glute ham raise. He said he's really been turned on to that, and that's been working really well for him. And at Functional Strength, we've modified the back extension to become a glute ham raise, and we've been using that for the last couple months, and I think it's working well. Everyone is getting stronger, so that makes sense to us. And he said for bench press, use close grip a lot. So he uses close grip bench press a lot, just for the simple fact, he says, whatever you can press with close grip, as soon as you widen your grip a little bit to your natural bench press, you're going to be able to press more. So that totally makes sense. So I'll probably be incorporating a little bit more close grip because I don't think I do that enough. So I'm going to be doing that, which basically leads us to the last one, is that to use movements that are harder than the actual lifts themselves. So, and we do this too. So something like the podium snatch grip deadlift with chains is a deadlift type movement, but it's a heck of a lot harder than just a deadlift from the floor. So doing those sort of things, good mornings would be sort of a harder exercise to do than a squat. But if you can get really strong in a good morning, then when you go to a squat, you're actually going to be stronger. So using movements that are harder than the actual lifts themselves and incorporating those into your strength programs. So those are sort of four tips. Again, to recap, it's use volume training between your power cycles, train your specific weak points. Don't just stick to a program blindly. He likes to glute ham raise for lower body, so for deadlift and squat, and he likes close grip bench for the bench, and to use movements that are harder than the lifts themselves. So that's sort of what I got from Brandon. Thanks again, Brandon, for that info and those tips. And congratulations on winning the provincials. And by the way, guys, he is world class. Just to let you know, both Brody and I tied for at 560 kilogram total, but since I was the lighter man, I beat him on body weight. So I get the silver. So on the Wilks scale, I was stronger pound for pound. But that was 560 kilograms. Brandon totaled 725 kilograms. He's an amazing athlete. So these are tips coming from him, and that's why I wanted to share that with you. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you get some good stuff out of it. And we'll definitely be incorporating this at functional strength at the gym. Okay, guys, have a good one.